We had a session last month where we kind of asked the experts, and that was the question that we got so much about: how do you get people to kind of want to return back to work, and what does that framework look like in today? Because what has happened is, like you said, 18 months ago was top down. This is how I run my business.
Right.
But now what's happened is, with the pandemic, it's opened up that, okay, well, people can work from home. So now you've opened their eyes to that option, and people like the option. So now how do you kind of backtrack a little bit and say, well, let's come back to the office? And I did some research for that, ask the experts, and I can't remember the exact data points or the numbers, but the majority of employees wanted to have a hybrid situation where we do come in the office some, but we don't have to come in the office 100%. And I think it was like 76 of the employees, 76% of the employees wanted it that way. And only 50% of employers were going to do that.
Right.
And so, so now it's that battle of how do we get them back together? Because if the owner or the business decides we want people back in the office, how can we make that transition? And one of the ways I talked about during that session is, and I'll talk about it here too as well, is knowledge, meaning open it up to your people, survey them, understand where they're coming from. And so trying to make that transition as easy as possible is going to be beneficial. But what we have to do first is hear what are their concerns, so we can start checking off those concerns and say, this is what we've put in place. These are the things that we're going to do to kind of start that conversation in a more positive way. Just because, if somebody doesn't want to come back to the office, so you're already kind of starting behind the 8 ball a little bit because they don't want to come back. So how can I make it as easy or as less stressful as possible?